Two top tennis stars, Bojana Jovanovski and Alisa Kleybanova, were on Phuket recently, both in training at Thanyapura for upcoming tournaments. Ranked 41st in the world, Bojo was at the Sports and Leisure Complex to brush up her game prior to her appearance at the Australian Open. Thanyapura's Craig John spoke with the Serbian tennis star.
Yeah, you had a fantastic year in 2013 and we're looking forward to seeing you continue to rise in 2014. What are the main competitions you're aiming for?
Yeah, I'm defending like 4th round in Australian Open, so that's a really good goal for me to defend the points and maybe go a little bit farther than that. But maybe even if I don't do good in Australia, I think I'm really ready for this year, and I'm thinking I'm gonna play hard.
And you've had your whole family here and some training partners?
Yeah, it's like maybe 7 of us here, so my sister, my father, my boyfriend, my fitness trainer, my sparring partner, so it's a lot of us here.
What are you really working on in your game? Is it mentally, is it physically, is it technique-wise?
Yeah, I think I improved my serve a lot. That's like the weakest part of my game, and I really work so hard on my serve, also my physical, on my movement. So I think I improve a lot that thing. So I'm really looking forward how it's gonna be on the matches. I need to put that on the matches, the things. Just like a puzzle to put all the things together, and we will see.
Unfortunately for Bojo, she was trounced in the second round of the Australian Open by Yvonne Moosberger of Austria. Also at Thanyapura following the Australian Open was Alisa Kleybanova. Alisa's performance at the Open was hampered by a mysterious virus that laid low many of the top stars, but that wasn't enough to stop the former top-seeded tennis star from being honoured by the WTA as Comeback of the Year. Alisa has spent the past few years off the courts fighting and recovering from Hodgkin's lymphoma, but following 2 trial tournaments last year, which won her the comeback accolade from the WTA, she is now ready to take on the big names and began her push back to the top at last week's Pattaya Open.
I think the toughest part hopefully is behind me, because mentally it was very difficult to come back, because it's hard to get back into shape, to get back into the tournaments, into competition when you miss about 2-3 years of not playing, because everyone else keeps going forward. So you always kind of behind and trying to catch up. It's not easy, of course. I'm off to Pattaya tomorrow. I'm leaving for my first tournament, and hopefully it will go pretty good. I have a week of a break after Pattaya, which I'm looking forward to spend here and get some more training in. And then I have a series of tournaments, one by one, back to back, for a couple of weeks in a row. It will be Doha in Qatar, then it will be Dubai, and then we will all move to America, because they have Indian Wells, Miami and Charleston, very big series of tournaments, and I might play small ones in Mexico before that, but that's all depending on my results in the next couple of weeks. Most of the tournaments right now we have to compete through the qualifying events, which is an extra couple matches. But as I said, I've missed the competition so much for the last years, and I'm really looking forward to play matches, and whatever it takes, I feel like I'm physically fit for that. And of course we're going to try to do our best to prevent injuries, because I think this is the only thing that can stop me right now from getting back where I was. It's still the same matches. Of course it's different when you compete straight from the main draw, but right now I'm really hungry to play. I'm really hungry to compete, and I want to win as much as possible. So I don't want to focus on if it's a main draw, if it's a qualifying event. I just want to get out there and try to show off my best performance and try to win as much as possible, because for me that's what I enjoy the most, getting out there, entertaining the crowd and having fun.
Learning to ride can be a fun and thrilling experience for all the family. Cooling Horse House offers full horse riding training courses at our beautifully appointed and peaceful stables, set amid the natural tropical environment of Phuket, with great accommodation and fantastic facilities. Trek along tracks very traveled as you learn to become one with your horse. Call 081-938-3151 or visit coolinghorsehouse.com.
Are you having problems with hot weather? The globe's heating up, fans aren't cool enough, it's too warm inside your house. Chu2i Trading's your solution. We provide cooling systems with high standard installation techniques by qualified engineers. Cool your house by calling 086 470 2026.